School funding is complicated. Every 2 years, our Indiana Congress creates a new plan called the biennium. It's way more complicated than our household budget, and it's far more complicated than a business's revenue and expenditures. Okay, one thing that can help is understanding the various funds schools have to use in their finance system. There are lots of different funds, more than what you see here. Each fund has a source where the money comes from and a specific place where it can be spent. Now, there are two important rules for these funds. One, no mixing. And two, salary and benefits must be paid out of the general fund. Let's start with number one, no mixing. There are 5 major funds in school finance: the general fund, the capital projects fund, the transportation fund, the bus replacement fund, and the debt service fund. Quick side note on debt service. It's not like a credit card. It's more like a mortgage. Okay, back to no mixing. If we have a really mild winter and we save a bunch of money on utilities like electricity and gas and water, we can't use that money we saved in capital projects fund to buy a bus, even if we really need it. That can only come out of bus replacement fund. Or let's say you're really careful and conservative with your transportation strategy and you save $30,000. You can't use that extra money to hire a teacher. And that brings us to number 2. Salary and benefits must be paid out of the general fund, the almighty general fund. It's about 80% of the total annual budget. And it used to come from property taxes. But a few years back, the Indiana government changed it. Now this money comes from state sales tax. The other 4 funds come from property taxes. So, we can raise taxes to buy buses. We can even borrow money to put on a new roof. But we can't hire a teacher. There's really only one way for a school and community to exert local control and hire a new teacher, or give all the teachers a raise once in a while. The only way is through a direct democratic vote, a referendum. A general fund referendum appears on a voting ballot as a question. A referendum is the only way to add money to the general fund, and it happens a lot. School funding is complicated, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.